We're back in the salvage yard. We're here to grab our parts. We need a fuel pump so we can get Project Evo Killer on the road. Anyway, we're at the other pull and save because we were at the north last time and they didn't have what we want, so we're at south this time. We're gonna check it out, see what we can find, and hopefully we don't go home empty-handed like we did last time. Welcome to VTEC Academy. You're about to get schooled.
Ya fuimos.
We're on the hunt one more time for a fuel pump for an 0105 Civic or RSX, or, you know what, we should have checked that Element because it probably uses the same one too. Anyway, let's go look, see what we can find.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
And because you come here so often, she remembered you. And what happened
Last time I was here, I left I left a part here I bought, one of the parts I bought, and she found it and picked it up. So she saved it for me, so that was really, really nice. We're going to give her a t-shirt, as a matter of fact, for being so helpful. All right, let's go. There are 3 of those here. This one was set on 410, so let's go try it first. Row 21.
Row 21. This has a little bit different feel than the other one, even though
Yeah, that one used to be an ecology auto wrecking, and they were huge.
Oh, okay.
This particular one has always been a pull and save. Well, it's been a pull and save for the last, I don't know, 20 years.
This one seems a little bit smaller.
It is.
And less busy, which is, maybe we'll find what we need then.
Yeah. They actually have a high-end area on the other side of the fence over there. So I have found a few cool things over there. One time they had an Acura Legend, and it was a manual. Ooh. And it was old enough that it had the transverse mounted motor. I wanted that so bad, but it was a 5-speed, not a 6-speed, so I passed on it. I kind of regret it because I haven't seen one since then.
What row were we looking for?
21.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at, and then if it's not there, we got 19 right here.
All right, look, we're here. Let's look.
Come on, big money, big money.
You know what? That one's newer, so let's look there. Is it newer? No, this is newer. I'm like, there's a fuel tank. That's not the fuel tank.
This one's fairly clean on the inside, so
yeah.
Good chance that it's in good shape.
Good chance they did this because it had a bad fuel tank. That's why they got rid of it.
I didn't see the front. The front's not crashed. Uh-oh. Maybe the engine just blew. Good vibes. Good fuel pump karma.
Oh man, I didn't bring a Phillips head. That's not true. I still don't have a Phillips head. Didn't have one last time either. Yep. Nope.
Doing it the hard way.
Yeah. God, this reminds me of 6th grade when I was repairing shit.
Oh, you didn't have all.
We'd always lose all the tools, my dad's tools. Just give me a slide head, I'll get it open.
Oh, those cracks right there on the top.
I don't think it's cracked. I think that's just dirt. Yeah. Put some gloves on so I don't gouge my hand on this sheet metal.
Hell pressure, that's a good sign.
It is a good sign. This one looks very similar to the one we put in there. It is aftermarket, but it's in one piece. Let's give it a try.
Looks worthwhile.
Pardon me?
Said it looks worthwhile.
It looks worthwhile. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's go look at the other one to see if it's like a factory OE one.
Hey, we got options.
We have options. Honestly, I think as old as all these cars are, most all of them are going to have an aftermarket fuel pump in them, which I'm not totally averse to, but they don't. That last one was not good. This one, hopefully it's good.
But maybe we'll get lucky and somebody that, you know, got theirs taken care of at the dealership.
That's what I'm hoping for.
And you can get a newer OEM.
Yeah, that's why we're in the salvage yard. Try to get OEM without paying OEM prices.
It's up, it's gone.
Yeah, one more car check. That's kind of typical.
Hold on. Because their fuel pump went out, so they need a fuel pump.
It's a common thing. Row, let's see, we were in
19, this is
19, 21, 26 is next.
All right.
Ooh, this is the one with the white front bumper. I wonder if it's any better shape than mine. Probably not. Bumper might have been in good shape.
Oh yeah, because they took it.
I gotta believe that the fuel pump's gone.
Is it there?
Surprisingly, it is there.
Oh, hey, check it out. Plan B.
Is that what that
No,
is?
on the ground.
Oh.
Plan B, and then also, what is that for bullets right there?
Yeah.
Was that Plan
Yeah, it's plan A.
C?
Yeah, plan C, yeah.
Plan C.
Precision. Starters might work better than brake drums. Either that or this was loose. Looks very similar to the other one. Oh,
Oh, in the back. So there was a little fuel in there.
luckily we have a pickup truck. Well, they are different. They have similar springs here, but the base is different. I would really have preferred to find a factory one, but we'll work with what we have.
So
I will still continue to look for a factory one so I can get it repaired.
So which one do you think you're going to grab? Or
I'm gonna grab them both. I have a backup. Plus I have the RSX, so put one on the shelf and one in the car.
don't start smoking right now.
Pardon me?
Don't let it match.
Yeah. Do you have a cigarette?
Never.
Yeah. Well, the one that looked more like a factory one that was broken. That was at the other salvage yard. These are not broken, so at least we're going to be able to give them a try.
And if one doesn't work, you got a back.
Yeah, we got a backup. If that doesn't work, I'm going to pull one of them apart and try to change the pump for a high pressure fuel pump. So we shall see. Luckily, this yard has a feature where you can see everything that just came in last week. So I did a quick search for Hondas. Nothing came through that I care about. There's a 2017 Pilot, but unfortunately, I can tell by the picture the engine's missing. That might have had the right throttle body, but I don't know. Also, I looked through Acuras, and there were no Acuras have come in the last week, in the last 10 days. So we're gonna go ahead and call that a day for this place. Let's head back up front. We have a t-shirt to give away. Let's do that. This is a car I pulled that speed sensor out of and then promptly left it here.
They didn't throw it back in the car?
No, yeah. I'm sure nobody knew what it was.
They just tossed it?
They might have known what it was. Yeah, they tossed it.
Oh, you grabbed all your tools out there, right?
Yeah.
It's in the backpack?
They're in the backpack. Yeah, I used a flathead and a broken flathead. I did leave that one tool there, the hammer. See, somebody needs to give me one of these. 'Cause I could have made this into a K-swap car. Look at these mounts. So easy to make a bracket for that. So easy to make a mount. That bolts on. You can make a mount for that.
Man,
Rear
these are
mount.
dinky, huh?
Yes, yeah, they're dinky. Well, they're underpowered.
Well, the Toyota.
Yeah.
The Toyota 2.4 is trash.
It's a trashy motor. Yeah. So, but yeah, I could make mounts for this for a K-swap. Somebody give me a Scion.
No, don't give us. We have a lot of projects to finish, Brian.
Okay.
But that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would.
Just saying. And then roll up to Toyo Fest or something like that with
a K-swap.
the K-swap. Would it be similar to like this generation Corolla? Do they?
That mount's a little farther forward, but yeah. That mount looks identical. Yeah. They might be exactly the same. Yeah. Somebody give me a Corolla.
That you don't need for about
A year.
a year or 2 years.
I really need to do those. I really. I need to roll a Mini Cooper in, slap them puppies together. Then I need to go buy a Scion for $1,500 and.
I mean, there's way more Scions out there than Minis too.
There are. But people like the Minis for power. I think people like the Scion because of the look. Mm-hmm. But yeah, a Scion with power would be kind of fun. You could have a simple K24 turbo, 400 horsepower Scion. That'd be pretty sweet.
And more importantly, you've got rid of that another Toyota engine. Kind of like Formula One.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll see you around.
Good. Oh, yeah.
Brian, you're famous.
Apparently.
You're famous here in the yard with your people.
My peeps.
It's just about finding your audience.
So
and
true.
then they find you.
Obviously, exactly. Well, it's funny because we had a couple people over the other yard and a couple people this one, and that's actually really cool. So I think if I start bringing T-shirts, I have to bring a lot of them.
Well, you got to make a limit, one per.
Yeah, one
person.
per trip.
But
whoever's first.
But bad thing is, you're going to forget which people got it last time.
Yeah. I'm like that. No, I'll take a picture with them when I do it. Excuse me, I got to scan my pictures real quick and see if I already gave you one. Wait, is this you with the beard? No, you swear?
Sign this release.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, did you see this? There's an Odyssey for less than $3,000.
It's actually not horrible looking. 2008, we could do the TL swap ECU, make it a manual. Ooh. Oh my God, the interior is nice.
You're fighting the
Fire's
urge.
not so good. What's this side look like? Dude.
Dude, the body's really clean.
Yeah. I don't need an Odyssey. I mean, I do, but I don't. Then I'd have to make mounts for it.
All right, 2026.
If people start road racing them, I'll think about it.
Oh, what if we started road racing one?
It's not going to happen.
We can go against the JDI guys
Yeah.
in their manual swap.
All right, here you go. Thank you very much for being so helpful. And you guys should stop in and say hi.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. Bye-bye. Well, I forgot a couple tools, but let me kind of go through the bag real quick here and show you typically what I bring to the salvage yard. If I know what I'm pulling, I just bring the tool, bare minimum, but if I don't know, then this is kind of what I typically bring. So usually a couple of pick tools, angled one, straight one, then a flathead and a Phillips head. I forgot my flathead. Luckily, I needed this to knock some stuff around. I was able to get the Phillips heads off with this. They weren't tight.
But Phillips head is a definite must.
Yeah, Phillips head, because that's what Honda uses, not flatheads.
And
I
also,
usually wind up using a flathead as like sometimes hose clamps, you know, that I didn't know were there, or maybe as a pry bar. Okay, then sockets. So I have these. These are super shorties. Plus you can use them with a wrench on top of them. So I will tend to use these to when I have to get into a tight spot and I can't fit in there with a normal ratchet. So I like those. Then I'll bring an assortment of box wrenches and combination wrenches with that. Then flex heads. Flex heads are good. Sometimes you got to get in at an angle and you don't want to remove a bunch of stuff in order to be able to get to the bolt, so that's it. I also usually bring a 3/8 inch to 1/2 inch adapter because I usually bring a 27mm socket. That's for knock sensors. I like to buy knock sensors. I have an abundance of them now, but they're cheap. They're cheap here and they break all the time. So in fact, you can use a K series one on a B series. You just have to change the connector. Works pretty good. Also bring deep sockets, because those are important. Also a 12.10, that's for taking off pressure plate bolts if you're pulling a clutch or something like that. Wrenches. I like a couple of assortments of these, including one that's got a wobble on it. That's right here. Again, helps kind of get in angles and stuff like that. This is a nice flex head because sometimes you can use it kind of like a speed wrench. So that's nice. Oh, these extensions are kind of cool. Use them with a 1/2 inch wrench, which is actually in the back of the truck. I didn't bring it in with me. But it goes 1/2 inch to 3/8. So that way I can have one ratchet if I want one ratchet, one that's 1/2 inch, have it go to 3/8. I usually bring a short 3/8 conversion. So that way I can just cut down the number of ratchets I'm using. I actually have this one because of a breaker bar. I have a breaker bar in the back of the car. So anyway, I really like these shorties right here. Oh, let's try putting everything in its proper place. All right. And then this, for 10s and for 8s. Wiring harnesses. 8mm bolts hold the charge harness in. So I pick up charge harnesses for K series because I take just the section that has the knock sensor and the alternator plug and then connects into the main harness. I'll take those on occasion. And also with the 8 on here, it's good for most screw clamps, screw hose clamps. And then a 10 because you're always taking 10s off. This particular time I actually use this with the 10 in order to get the seat bolt out of the single seat bolt that holds the rear seat in on the 01 to 05 Civic. So there's that. I also typically bring a hammer. Didn't do it this time, was trying to keep my pack light. I actually thought I was gonna have my custom tool for taking the gas cap rings off, or sorry, the gas fuel pump rings off, but we lost it. So I'm gonna make a new one of those. And slip joint pliers. Slip joint pliers take the spring clamps off of Honda stuff. These are made by Icon. This is the first Icon tool I've ever bought, by the way. I like it because it actually has 3 positions. I used it the other day to clamp onto a speed sensor that was kind of difficult to get out. It has a really nice pattern on the end of this, so it grips really good onto metal. So that worked really well. And then of course, side cutters. Depending on what I'm cutting, like these are my beat up ones. By the way, Tecton, not very hard. Not sure what I think about that, but these are side cutters that I use for, just cutting through things I need to, that are in the way sometimes. Like sometimes something's damaged, I don't mind cutting it. Usually I like to take it off. What's not in here right now is all my combination wrenches. I usually have all those. I knew I wasn't gonna need them today. What also is not in here, but in another bag in my back seat, is my large impact gun. At one point I thought we were gonna pull a diff, but we really didn't have time, so we didn't do that. But the only other thing I'm going to be bringing is an assortment of t-shirt sizes. So if you're the first person to hit me at one of these salvage yards and I have your t-shirt in your size, I will give you a t-shirt, but that's only going to be the first person. I don't want that person then telling all their friends and whatever, so I'm going to have to limit it to 1 t-shirt per trip. but I think that'd be kind of cool because we get people all the time come want to say hi, and I think that's a lot of fun. And I would prefer you come say hi rather than peek out around from the corner, back off in the distance, and whisper and point, because then I feel like, I don't know, maybe I got toilet paper stuck to my shoe, or maybe I forgot to zip up my pants. So I prefer you just come say hi and tell me if there's a problem.
And tell you if your fly's down?
If my fly's down, yeah. Don't let me just walk around like that. All right, or I got a big grease spot on my nose right here because that's what happens. All right, we had actually a very good trip this time around. We got a lot of parts. We got 2 fuel pumps, not 1, for our 01 to 05 Civic. Now those, again, they fit in the RSX as well, and that's why I got the second one. I haven't had great luck with the aftermarket ones, but we got to get Evo Killer running, so we're going to give it a try again, see if it works. If it doesn't work this time, I think I'm going to change the pump itself inside the unit and see if I can't get something that works better. Anyways, guys, we're going to do more videos like this, visiting the salvage yard, and if you can, stop by to Pull and Save South and say hi to Lupita. They're great here. You got super deals on used parts, and we're going to be at more yards because we have a lot more parts we need to get. We need some computers, we need some coils, we need some differentials for CRV. So we're going to be back, and I hope you'll join us. So like, subscribe, click on the bell so you get notifications, and maybe I'll see you in the salvage yard. I'll bring you a t-shirt. If you're for the first person, I'll give you a t-shirt. So we'll see what happens. Thanks. See ya.